Ever since I was a little kid and my father bought me this book, I've been captivated and fascinated by ancient Egypt. But there was one temple that was always just out of reach. The king of all temples, the grandest display of ancient mystery and engineering. I had been to southern Egypt before, but I was never able to make it deeper south near the Sudanese border to see the temple of Abu Simbel until now. And let the adventure begin. We started off the journey in the beautiful and tranquil city of Aswan, known for its vibrant Nubian culture.
How are you, Habibi?
Ready.
Huh?
Good morning, Sabah.
Good morning. Say good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to Egypt.
The road to Abu Simbel took us through the harsh western desert, part of the vast Sahara system of North Africa, where I learned later the people not only live here, they thrive in this extreme heat. Sarab coffee shop on the way to Abu Simbel. It's about 100 kilometers away. Our driver has a king cobra on his car to protect from the evil spirits. And this is King Ramses II and
Woken up from a nap,
Nefertari.
a cappuccino.
Yeah, they're coming to protect their gold. Qasim. Asim? Oh, okay. You're gonna give us a tour?
Yes. No. I can show you guide, but I will show you where you buy ticket.
Oh, okay.
You have very special price because I'm Egyptian.
Egyptian, yeah.
Can I be Egyptian?
Yes.
Not
No.
Just
no.
talk a little bit in Arabic.
a little bit in Arabic.
Say Habibi.
Say Habibi.
Habibi, Basha. Meshi.
You talk by Nubian, you can't understand and guy can't understand. It's a professional language. Nobody can learn except them.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Man, outside, yes.
Wow, this is insane. It's huge. So that's Nefertari's temple, and that's Ramses II. Look at that guy. Holy crap, that's huge. This is fascinating. So apparently Ramses II and Nefertari ruled this area. It was a very rich area. Sheesh. The temples at Abu Simbel were moved between 1964 and 1968 to save them from the flooding caused by the creation of Lake Nasser following the construction of the Aswan High Dam. An international team led by UNESCO cut the temples into large blocks up to 30 tons each and reassembled them 65 meters higher and 200 meters back from the original site, while preserving their original alignment. It was one of the greatest archaeological rescue operations in history, and over 40 Nubian villages, around 100,000 Nubian people, were relocated from this area to places further north in Egypt and parts of Sudan.
The man with the too long feather, Amun-Ra. The last Bita.
Oh, Bita.
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 ما تقدرش نقول بتاع بتاعتها.
Bita.
Yeah.
He knows.
Yeah.
I know Bita.
You know بتاع?
Yeah.
Repeat after me. بتاع.
Oh, Bita.
Yeah, بتاع. Not بتاع.
The god worshipped in Memphis.
Oh, Bita.
No, not
This is Ramses II in 4 statues. They slightly differ. He was saying the one on the left looks a bit younger and then he gets older over time. But the guide also has another theory that he assigned 4 architects to build up 4 statues, so they slightly vary. And then below are his daughters and his beloved wife Nefertari. That's Ra at the top. So Ra is the falcon or the horse with the sun disk on top. And actually this head right here fell off that statue in the great earthquake of 27 AD. Oh my God. This is crazy. Each one of these is 23 meters high. So he built this temple for multiple purposes. Political, to put it near the south of Egypt to ward off the enemy of Kush, I believe, and Sudan and Somalia and that area. And also for economic reasons, because this place is rich in gold and minerals and metals and silver and granite and alabaster. This place is insane. Oh my God. Oh my God. Again, Ramses on either side of this corridor with paint still on his body. That's Ramses II smiting the enemy beneath his feet. It could be the Hittites, which is a rival civilization. And there's Ramses on his chariot of gold. Wow, what the freaking F? These are probably offering chambers. Again, we see Ra and Ramses II. These seem to be like less exquisite than the ones outside. All these are making offerings. So he gave the lotus flower and papyrus flowers to the god Ra, and then that's Amun-Ra, represented by a ram with the sun disk. So the difference between Ra and Horus is Ra has the sun disk. So these are the most important gods of ancient Egypt. Amun-Ra, this is Osiris, I believe. Wow. Actually, in the main corridor, you can see Ramses with his white crown representing Upper Egypt, which basically stood as showing strength against the enemies in the rest of Africa to the south. And that represented the crown, that's the crown, the white crown of Upper Egypt with the cobra there. But on the other side of the corridor, you see the double crown, the red lower part and the white part. So that's Lower Egypt and Upper Egypt, the united Egypt. And so Ramses II built this temple to represent himself as a god. And he wanted to prove himself as a god against the high priests of the rest of ancient Egypt. And he did that by showing that twice a year the sun flows through the corridors of this temple and shines upon his face. So this represented that he's gained the knowledge of astronomy and engineering, because this is a massive monument with statues, colossal statues on the front, on the facade, 23 meters high. And so this is the inner chamber, or the inner sanctum of the temple, where he represents himself equal to the gods. Yeah. Ra, Ramses, Amun-Ra, and Betah. So Betah was the god of Memphis. So he wanted to show himself equal to the most important, most important gods of ancient Egypt. Let's go. And so the sun would come down this corridor twice a year and illuminate, yeah. Some say it's his birthday, some say it's his, what? Coronation.
But our guide doesn't think so.
Our Egyptologist guide said it's all bullshit. And so I guess this was the offering table, right? They put the offerings here.
Yeah. And like, it's different. Like, see, you see Son of God everywhere.
Yeah.
And then you see like some things kept on the table, I guess, I'm assuming offerings.
These are offering chambers, I believe, to the gods again. Ra, Horus, Anubis. Anubis is here. Anubis. Where is he? There he is. God of mummification, God of embalmment, protector of the dead. Again, Ramses giving him offerings. Proof there were aliens. Here we see the body of an alien chicken and cocktails. Dude, they look like cocktails, man.
With two peanut
They
coladas.
they got straws and everything, man. Again, Ramses smiting his enemy, holding them by the hair and going, whoop. God damn it, this is impressive. They say Ramses II was the king of all kings, the greatest of kings in ancient Egypt. And of course, his beloved and favorite wife. I think Ramses II had more than 200 kids and lived to the age of 94 and ruled for 67 years. And of course, his beloved wife, she also had a temple built, and here it is, Nefertari's temple. Yeah, that's depicting Ramses, Ra, and Nefertari right here. That's Nefertari right there, his beloved wife. The hieroglyphics here are pretty damn big. That's her face right there, represented for eternity. In ancient Egypt, we have the pyramids, and we have Abu Simbel. I'm so glad I actually made it here, after dreaming about this place for so long. Oh, and that's the Hathor god, sometimes depicted as a cow, and sometimes depicted as a woman with nipples. She was the goddess of, I think it was dancing and music, but then she became the mother figure for Horus, and then became the fertility, god of fertility. This is Hathor with the nipples, and that's Isis without the nipples, and that is Nefertari in her see-through lingerie. Look how they depicted the transparency.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's so cool.
It's like the embossing.
Yeah, it's like 2 levels of relief. It's fascinating, really, how they did this. And there she's giving offerings to Hathor. And there's a bird here. We're going to offer that bird to Hathor in a second here. All the depictions in here are festive, like offerings to the gods. So the Hittites and the ancient Egyptians, I think Hittites was like Saudi Arabia, Jordan, that area, Iraq. And they fought fiercely against each other, Ramses II against the Hittites. But the first peace treaty ever in the history of man was signed between the ancient Egyptians and the Hittites. And then after about 5 years, I think, Hittites came and bowed before Ramses II. But the previous battles, Ramses II claimed victory, and the Hittites also claimed victory. So we don't really know who won, but in the drawings and hieroglyphics here, they say that the ancient Egyptians won. But then a peace treaty came, and then eventually the Hittites bowed down to the greatest of all, Ramses II. Oh, here, what's that? Oh, those are ducks and flowers and offerings to, I believe, Osiris. And here we have EMS, Emergency Medical Services, as we exit the temple, just to let the ancient Egyptians know that there was help on the outside if the builders were to encounter accidents. So all this was Nubia. Nubia. انت فين؟ Nubia. Nubia. This is my friend Muhammad. Muhammad. Nice to meet you. So Nubia comes from the word Nubit, which is the land of gold. And that's where Nubia comes from. And this was his showing of strength in the Nubia region. This should actually be one of the ancient wonders of the world, because this is absolutely spectacular. It's incredible. This feat of engineering, the fact that the sun flows in twice a year. People say it was a birthday, but the guide said it was just coincidence. But it did show the high priests evidence of their power over the sun. And of course, the sun in ancient Egypt was one of the most important things. And 23-meter high colossal statues. Freaking, these people were insanely committed in their belief and their culture. It's unprecedented. I've never seen anything like this. It's absolutely phenomenal. And that's it, folks. Absolutely dream come true. That was an amazing temple. I'd love to stay here and study this beautiful temple. Absolutely remarkable, a feat of insanely sophisticated engineering and willpower and commitment and dedication. And this heat is baking hot. But yeah, wow, beautiful.